Chapter 4: Mystery of Love and Surrender to God in Existence. Introduction. In human life, love of two living beings is the origin of pleasant living. Surrender and mergence in each other is the ultimate peak of love in existence. This is the mystery of pleasant existence of human beings. This is the mode of self realization when one, with his full potential, merges in God. The mystery of love and surrender has been viewed in many aspects before arriving at conclusions. Love for God. God is love. Love is God. This clearly indicates that one surrenders to whom he loves. God is all powerful. We surrender to him. It means we surrender to love. Love is powerful and fascinating. Whom you love, you sacrifice everything for him. You listen to him, you try to merge in him. When we love God, we follow his preachings. Whom we love, then his happiness becomes our happiness. His suffering becomes our suffering. We start living for the beloved. All our activities move around him. We are totally attached to him. We become like two bodies and one soul. God as consciousness. When God is love, then he takes full care of us because he is love. Love is attachment. He fully takes care of us. God is present in all of us as soul, that is consciousness. He is the silent watcher being present in us as live soul energy. He gives us full freedom for any activity we do. He sees that nothing wrong happens with us since God loves us. He is love. God is most nearest to us. That is why we cannot see him. Any object nearest to the eyes and in the eyes loses its visibility. If we reciprocate God for his all blessings to us through our love by manifestation of our consciousness, which is love, this shows we have surrendered to him. We become his devotee. We and he become one. We are in unison with him. Beginning of physical love and its peak. Physical love starts with liking. Then we intend to merge in love, play through union. When physical desire is satisfied, then one looks for mental happiness through love. This is the second stage of love. After this, intrinsic love begins. This is the spiritual love and liking. It gradually turns into divine love that leads to surrender to each other. This surrender and subsequently intensive love for each other crosses all boundaries. Then this gives a feeling as if both are made for each other. If love touches peak, then there is complete surrender to each other. Devotion for each other develops intrinsically. It takes the form of divine love. Both merge spiritually and become one soul and two bodies to evolve. If this love and intrinsic devotion are for God, then one surrenders and becomes a devotee of God. Ultimate love. Ultimate love is divine love. Divine love takes us to surrender to God. This is the ultimate destination for peace, homogeneity, and mergence with the supernal. This is not viable without love, devotion, and manifestation of consciousness. Divine love is a blessing from Almighty. It appears when a devotee lifelong systematically does meditation, remembers him in the background of his mind, then self-realization becomes the sole aim of his spiritual life. If this continues lifelong, then at one stage divine love appears in his heart. Tears of love come from his eyes on visualizing Almighty and just remembering him. Tears are not in his control. These are divine blessings. This is indeed love for God, as if God is love for him in real life. This intrinsic contentment is beyond description in words. He gets merged in God's blessing. His consciousness gets manifested unbounded by itself for Almighty. Manifestation of consciousness. As consciousness is manifested by divine love and by self-surrender, by annihilation of mind and suspension of breath, our love for God is enhanced. Gradually, the stage reaches when, through love, cosmic divine consciousness and our manifested consciousness merge in each other, and we become the sole part of Mahashunya. We are then totally in the hands of Almighty by our love, surrender, and through manifested divine consciousness. Conclusion: starting from physical love, developing mental liking, and then through spiritual divine love, and finally surrendering to God, we merge in Him to deep meditation that leads to the appearance of unbounded divine love, since God is love. Furthermore, through manifestation of consciousness, we enhance love, surrender, and become godlike by merging our consciousness, that is unbounded love, with cosmic consciousness, that is ocean of love. Finally, when we fully surrender to God through our manifested love, then God and we become one. In short, by deep intrinsic love and surrender, our consciousness is manifested. This manifested consciousness, when it exceeds the threshold limit of its potential, then it merges with cosmic divine consciousness. This transforms us into God like beings by His divine energy. This is the mystery of love and surrender in existence,